abusia yama obi bia kwa ba KB TV so no first time I dey share my video message say bo modern able subscribe button so like share my hu comment e wase honom oti ase share video no ma foforo na foforo so entimi enye bi abusia film lady afia pokuya aba be kasa na film lady dey semu nim say ono dey MPP ni kase pa na nsen Kevin Taylor betoto bombo bobo no ne ade ade a be keka bi kire no ane ade ade but lady was one dawo wasan aba enura enumre aba be life a chese ono de enya asem ketwa ono oni Ghana nti no ono hu nse wonfa ho waba be kasa fa DUMSOR a ekoso ewo eye oman Ghana mu chese yimim se DUMSOR yi de nka omo aban na decide se on be cause eye DUMSOR vim lady aba be kasa aba tutu bomba ma edwa Mahama se onya kasa bebrebe na ndisi fo nya kasa bebrebe no na omo mpe solution a omo de be solve eye DUMSOR no on pese eyi obete se Ghana yasa ko DUMSOR mu bio just nyasem ketwa yenko na yenkonkoti evim lady efia pokuya emra yeba ma yehu adwenkyere e wase honom like it, share na subscribe to your channel for more content like this yenko na yenkonko emra. Pause.
But we are heading for challenging times, said the President Mahama Kasakache say. Sikeni ho. And I think one of the good things that President Mahama aye is to tell us the truth of the situation in Ghana. Although Nana also in the State of the Nation address, and also party say it's not exactly picture now. NDC, any President Mahama a painting because President Mahama painting pictures they be any okra. But President Kufuor also say, oh, yeah, just a kakakra. Yeah, just a kakakra. Already NDC amaye who say, yeah, get ready for DUMSOR because can you be anyhow. In fact, no video be chose to see President Mahama kase NDC MPP for and fact can you be and and this is the time I was a MPP and generally parliamentary select committee on energy because so called parliament are normally every sector be on a select committee. That's emremuno because of the tenet of democracy. One of the key issues democracy need to mean any checks and balances. Into parliament, Duma can say back so check it about executive so that they don't get away with murder. Into do parliament, they have committees for various sectors. How supervising abiding sectors. Say they will not get away with murder. Again, say abiding or and don't forget the President Mahama. Our key agenda ordinam. Number 1, the 120-day policy our catcher no. And son on one manifesto 4 years and so they are no see the issues of oye and also a catcher. And on one so I can no call to for just before you to abanoka say. Niama baby honoma on sign yen for or back to us. And I think that's a very positive outreach. Time a President Mahama can't. I don't go for baby any episode cassette and a President Mahama then on mechanic. No, he's saying say a better project near best say sika. Nayan twaso governance is continuous. And when you about twasa projects on where we and some was out of sika for touching new projects, especially in Ashanti region, because already you say before promising 5 interchanges in Ashanti region, you went to be on it. So as a President Mahama Castle obet twaso, I think it makes a lot of sense. But here is the challenge that President Mahama and NDC were. That's all this can you. If that is the truth or not, a parliamentary committees no bet me actually. When you say parliament, yes, some committee, they are very important committee, a government assurances committee. Government assurances committee. Or some committee, you like a public agenda, public accounts committee, say government assurances committee in our parliament. Say, and public accounts committee, because their job is to ensure that they are buying better bobby. Now, say, they will have a better explanation why they didn't execute. But over the years, most of the cycle of parliament, I say, and that is why as I have government assurances committee, the setup should have been like public accounts committee. Because social public accounts committee, every day it is chaired by opposition minority member, so that who couldn't try a better. And the government assurances committee should have had the same formula. And there was a minority in the chair. So that I election. You see, and that is why Mahama Asema all cases skinny one a very good because President Kufuor can different thing. President Mahama can different. So now where is the truth? Sika wa na skinny ho. And Sika wa where is the money? I don't know what say any DUMSOR because now what President Mahama any year John Gina Poka say ye ready for DUMSOR can you be doom because skinny wa ye the better crude. Who say some time ago. And even to be fair to NDC, Obakaya May, me and me catch before said. Someone so can one. Not just some call the more luzukra because they will do so around May. I'm so better to around May, right? A cocker and not to or do my technical maintenance work and all. Now, from what President Mahama can say, I'm passing May, no, not some no man can in today. May no, not some and to more parliamentary select committee on energy, we are throwing a challenge to don't be silent. Mama Trao from Sanction with them from Trao, Deep Bankuni, and Krumane, Fufoni, Katenquine. You must talk and show us what the true numbers are. Can you or can you Sika or one can you your problem enough from DUMSOR time? No, President Mama time na 2014, 2015. The issue now covered DUMSOR by and was about money. We didn't have generational capacity. After that, car power, any American buyer, we have generational capacity. The problem that we were having here, power contracts not signing on. Now even to win because now emergency situation. And Mahama signing those car power American, now baby, no, we needed to solve the DUMSOR before 2016. And you're signing a contract. Baby, they already some contracts in my age. Before by year 2017, what they told us was that most of the contract not exaggerated cost, no. And you almost renegotiation of the impactment history because who say baby online so they don't understand some of the issues. 2017 MP before by they told us say the reason why they needed to renegotiate the power purchasing agreements now NDCIA and now face American any car power was because emergency power arrangements and a body because government was in a panic mode. In Tina, to me and shopping about China for betting my canny and war for an Dubai for betting my canny and war for an and Singapore for betting my war for an Turkey and a Mary any car power into a year renegotiation the Bonaba form and they made us believe send this for Bokagum. And they said, renegotiation. Some of them even went to court. Because see, that's what politics and over politicization of national issues. And yet, because some of the purchasing agreement and the NDC signed with car power and America, some of them were almost like cast in stone. They had conditionalities, and contract will be our law, it will be under contract law. Be a say, contract is binding on the parties that sign it. And he said, any how many coffee could sign a contract? What to me, if you baby, may changing the terms of the especially the terms of the contract. And the price is the term of the contract. The term and duration of the contract is a term of a contract. And not just a term, let's just say, hey, I didn't hear my contract, no enforcement of the contract. Then people change. Some of them are more they do no more arbitration clauses. Our contract, so they needed to go back to arbitration, and they went to arbitration. Yeah, but silent. You go to it. It's now President Mahama video or say before a month generation capacity and count TMC 2014, 2015. The reason why I end this time no DUMSOR was about what a generational capacity. And before by no renegotiation, we see a new generator capacity problem with them. But the problem that we had was about what? Financial capabilities. So why are we going back to DUMSOR? So between NDC and MPP, no big didn't drop. And that's why Parliamentary Select Committee on Energy must be bold. They must have the balls to come and tell us the truth. Excuse my French. Because it's DUMSOR now. Now you come TV. Me problem me coffee or say me friend me mama. Now me just say, "Oh, can you?" My friend, my sister, and I'm just, oh, can you answer my baby? I'm a crocodile. What kind of life is that? There are necessities of life, and can you come? And between NDC and MPP, they must tell us who is telling the truth. And more importantly, they must suck and one here, oh, there can hear issue on here, causing financial loss, baby, we got the jail. Obi go that jail because there's no reason why. I also signing power purchasing agreements. And it's capital. People don't read. Me patro generation we mu read you. Generation we mu read. Yato abe and this year we they have super majority in parliament, but Ghana ni be our Ghana ni our citizen. And there was a very important to you. They say you must read the fine details, the terms of a contract. You don't want taxpayers' money. Now more yato abe we be strain anado. Ebi sire ba omiamasa usire no wa sire no ye do taxpayers money na ye nya bi nkoto kane ano ye de betua ba omiaka upempo ye de betua ba omiaka ye de betua na na donka you can see him till that kingdom come ye de wo tax no betua ne ka ye de wo tax beto petrol ma no ye de wo tax beto aduane ama no understand the issues broadly. Another problem, you move away from attempt to specific issues of importance to you and do so bad. You can trust say, Nana do under DUMSOR, but me under DUMSOR, president any ministers on the DUMSOR. I am a yase generation when collaborate woman general for me and senior maybe I say, they will never sleep in DUMSOR. Opposition for your mama lose or mama take on your soul, they will sleep in DUMSOR. Now back up. Me know you better DUMSOR. Me cry there, me feel me inventors. Inventors. You try me what here. You do can invent an co. But back in the day, na mini inventors. And you're not just a friend, mamma, and I'm conscious and mamma can I mean, it's young. There's a snowstorm where America is a snowstorm. It also shake California. Obi no Obenya can hear DUMSOR. Obiada can hear more. Oh dear. Abrocho, Missy Ghana is Kaforo. That's why on the DUMSOR. Doctor, for example, on the DUMSOR. Doctor Fadades on the DUMSOR. Beyond the DUMSOR, but who better DUMSOR? It's a less budget and focus on the main issue where important to me. Don't let us see between this and people we do drop. Somebody is lying. And then you have power purchasing agreement, America power. And before power, and then this before signing those contracts every America power, and then this before signing contract every. What I say? We had those agreements before before President Mahama. Any President Mills, President Kufuor, I project be. I have friend of West Africa Gas Pipeline Project. Okay, I said some time ago, may not DUMSOR by you know. There was an explanation from government. Say, the Nigeria foka, and then the Nigeria foka. Yeah, the end gas, Nigerian gas, you're from end gas. Not Ghana, yeah, because Nigeria was giving us gas from Nigeria through the West Africa Gas Pipeline. No, they are Sokaniawa. And badge na war itemano. Na promote Kumasi because Kumasi they be and they needed to resolve Kumasi issue and put them resolve here. Nipa 2.4 million crime to about Kumasi because Kumasi for the way not Kumasi for Jano. And yes, I command badge no crime to Kumasi and I can vote to the end can back who few or crime to about MPP. So they needed to take that power back because me under President Kufuor, I was there when President Kufuor commissioned the West Africa Gas Pipeline Project in Tema. I was there. Actually, power plant. I was there when President Kufuor commissioned it. It's President Kufuor. In fact, President Kufuor buy any DUMSOR kasiapa. We Rollins Arani firma President Kufuor time any DUMSOR more than. And at that time, President Kufuor na wakofa 8,000. Yera rekubo beaba from Abroche. And yera rekubo be kofa machine be a strategic reserve plant. And you say you rekubo be attempts and was signing the plant. You see, but I think me qualify maybe. But I think again. I'll be bold enough to apologize to Rekubobe and to accept that he had the foresight. Hey, Rekubobe, oh, yeah, guy. Papa, no, yeah, told me or to be a Canada director. But it's to be our BBA or his way. And to make a Canadian Rekubobe had the foresight under President Kufuor. And no cover, I said, well, me empire, person, I do donya, many said, you come out of what I do, yeah, but I remember very well. Means I even saw baby. I know what am I refinery a cheap. Now what pay be one man and chair one Rekubobe strategic reserve plant in the basis here. He had the foresight and must do something better. Because of course way and time cost Ghana population here 5 million. Now Ghana population here got 35 million. There is no way Akosomo can sustain that. In fact, and one thing that President Kufuor out of desire to solve the DUMSOR what the Bui power plant. Meanwhile, Bui power plant, you know, I'm why I say, and to me, my every 400 megawatts because Bui power plant, Burkina Faso or more plants now, it's just free Burkina because you know, ensuring if you baby or the best good baby. So called DHS rivers, a bit of geography, tributaries near there. You understand? And so be any today. And what baby, Anna, Baba, baby, it's Burkina Faso or Modiana. Ghana, the inflows into Akosomo and other rivers now, we had a shortfall. It's to me and my Kaniana, I was saying my no. It's almost like a useless elephant now. We might pay. That is why I can paint an about Miaka, I can about solar no. Solar no, yeah, slow. Now America, funny, Europe, Germany, Oko Germany, any small river beyond Fichile River on their power plants. Just to remember Kania for area. Nti katama ye chemu yi katama no kwa nkachemu no ma ye kania wotema aka kra waja ma kania ewa enso ye to meet na waja na yiri ni ye hwie Africa de ye beche ye woti su ye woti enso ye nwene Africa ye beche o ye beche ye to meet na waja na ye ma ni ye say bie na senko for dan. Meanwhile we can use the waja no nsuo no to generate power abro ni be ye nwene obi akọ 10% adi. Me say, sa DUMSOR way, obi be kwa koda jail. Me de me busu ni be no be me busu ni be ampa ban 1 cedi. Ye ampa hwe kontomre na ye di na ne batch ne ye okay. Ye ni mre hwe government post be no am me kwa koje. Me busu ni be aso koje ampa hwe. Ye okay. Ye here for ye ti ase ye here for stubborn proud. Ye okay. Dodi ye no be kwa koje because how do you explain to any ordinary Ghanaian say you're signing power purchasing agreement. You're signing a power purchasing agreement. America power. You're huge amount of money. I'll check this year and I'll give you the figures. Power purchasing agreement. Now you sign the DUMSOR. And what President Mahama is selling us, let me play President Mahama to you. I'll see MPP buy Roma for 1 megawatt amount. So where is the connect? Hey, everybody, Allah. Ghana, and our president go work at Ghana bed. There's a milk and honor, milk and honey, any honor. Nina, say Ghana bed. Hey, how is it that we have signed 2 major purchasing power agreements? Yet the Nigeria forecast any gas, and yet you come back to DUMSOR. Why? Where is the money? Where is the money? I think that should be the question that NDC for. But this is the question that they should be asking you. Instead of saying now where there are 2 ways now, oh Sika where's Siska where's Siska no, don't come Obi and the cock and bull story be answering you. They what be and the cock and bull story be answering. Somebody should be telling us exactly what the situation is. Sika and Sika and Sika renegotiation. Where did the money go? If MPP for 1 megawatt and come on, it's the 8 years now. What are we doing? And MPP for so you must come back and explain to us. The fact that we power doesn't mean that you shouldn't talk. You should talk. No, who know what energy when NDC left power, who buy power, what time? I mean, no, I mean, who was natural resources. I think I mean, you people need to explain to us. Oh, you need to explain to us. Some renegotiation, not a someone for 1 megawatt and come on. Where is the Kenya money? I don't know any capre. Bobby, madam. No, you people cannot. No, Obi to be mechanic. There be NDC MPP any go back to DUMSOR because in benefit NDC people be under DUMSOR any bedem. Mumi and you must come together, and that's why I'm challenging Parliamentary Select Committee on Energy. Mudi agradi FBM Parliamentary Select Committee. You cannot fail the people of Ghana. You people must come out and come and tell us this back and forth between President Mahama and President Akufo-Addo should not end there. Montreal and Sikano were here. America Sikano were here. Car power Sikano were here. Why are we going back to DUMSOR? Yadi end gas for Kamusi a chia me no DUMSOR ba ye no. Ye kobus and a promo catchasani at the car. Muko to ya. So it's 1 megawatt and counting is Jesus Christ. I mean, so we want a better story where Dubai. One no better story where was Singapore, and one better story where was America. We should not be mediocre. We should not accept any mediocre commentary there. Mama go back and play. President Mahama say megawatt in you. That's why they are not going to say when you are if we are going back to DUMSOR, there must be a reason. Why are we going back to DUMSOR, President Mahama?
This government has not been able to add one single drop of oil or gas, cubic meter of gas, to what they inherited from us. And that is for many parochial reasons. You know, the producers in the oil and gas sector have not been happy. Some have been hounded out. He and I went to Cote d'Ivoire for many years, went and invested there and came up with the Baleine field. And that has been at the expense of what they were doing in Ghana. You know, we tied down Tallow in litigation over tax, which I thought we could have sat across the table and discussed amicably. Unfortunately, we lost the arbitration and were thrown out. And there are two other aspects of that tax issue that we need to sit with them, and if we can negotiate and agree a mutual agreement, then I think that would be the better option to take, and to encourage as many players in our oil and gas sector as possible. I was vice president at the time. My president, Professor Atta Mills, signed the MCC. Actually, I signed it, but he initiated the discussions. When he was ready to sign, I was the one who signed it. And it was meant to improve and make Ghana the most efficient producer of electricity in Africa and become a major hub for electricity exports. Unfortunately, democracy has its dividends, but it also sometimes can be a curse. We left government and a new government took over and took over the Millennium Challenge Compact, mixed up the last segment of it, which was providing efficiency in distribution, billing, metering, and all that. And of course, PDS is history now. But we want to take a look at that again, because if we don't fix the Electricity Company of Ghana, we will continue to have a major problem with our whole power value chain. I spoke to the Americans during my last visit to the US. We met the Millennium Challenge Corporation, and we asked if it was possible for them to reinstate the $190 million that they had devoted to that aspect of it. And they said the door is not closed. And so we need to pursue that discussion. Or if we don't have access to the 190 million, if the World Bank can support us, you know, to be able to finish that aspect of it, so that we can reduce the losses, you know, where it has to do with the IPPs. But in the meantime, what we want to do is to restore some transparency in the system, restore the cash waterfall mechanism, so that we stabilize the situation until we're able to carry out all the reforms in that sector. The cocoa sector was doing very well. Unfortunately, I think the new management that was put in by this government has not been as good, and so we've seen a collapse in cocoa production. Part of it is due to climate change, but part of it is also that the farmers do not receive a fair price for their product, because if the farmers receive a fair price and they have a good income flow from cocoa, they're not going to sell their cocoa farm to somebody to come and cut down the trees and exploit and explore for gold. So those are all things we want to see what reforms we bring into the cocoa sector to cut the size of this humongous state enterprise called Cocoa Board that spends 3.4 billion CDs on itself every year.
Well, the President Mahama ne kasano, and if you listen to the President Mahama, kana areho that, and this is just by the way, Cocoa Board here, okay, it's a Cocoa Board phone call every year, biano, almost spending 2.4 billion for more kasa. Maybe I remember me catch a Cocoa Board. Could Benifoni had your fly first class, any business class. Na cocoa kia for edge coins. Na better na cocoa numbu. And one of the issues I'm President Mahama tackle your cocoa set a good seto. Cocoa set a good poor. But let me take you back to America, 7 President a year canon. And President Mahama near be broken. Yes, I intro. If you want, maybe there's a bit of politics, but and that's why it's important. Say select committee, independent. Executive. You can cross check all these figures. If free nana do hoba ye was so na animuno set of the nation address. Say we just cano. Can you be a cano and answer sikani a free as a sika and answer a day in sika? You need to come clean. Sometimes I am mama media for no because mama Mokache said there's a right to information bill. Himself. Right to information, but more than ever, and we have to apply all this nonsense. Right to information bill no should be like abroche, where information is there, is made public. You don't have to let us, we citizens, we have to ask for it. We have to pay for it. Right to information, the only information, I have to pay. And government can decide I have now because I have national security interest. This is the time you come clean and give us the information. Sikano wana anywhere. And when I just checked American cost in the right now, as far back as, and this is what April 2024, and there was a call policy analyst Sadiq Suleiman. He was saying, say, investigating the cost of America. Let me take you back because I need to show it to you. Now, man, katama me there. Yeah, me pay and probiani abekatu na way there. And no, he say no way me pay say you know. And he was saying, say no, moment checking the cost. Moment checking the cost. Let me take you back. This is I just saw it on Ghana. Okay, yeah. Let me take you back there. Yes, and this is it. I'll say, yan checking the cost. So this is it. Investigate the cost of American power plant. Abu Sidig, one of the journalists, and the issue that he was raising. And that's what I'm saying. It's a generation where I see a start kind. Young kind of politician, but dear one gross say the debut policy analyst Sidik Abubakar Suleiman has a child journalist to urgently launch investigation. Well, this is not the duty of journalists to investigate. They are public institutions that are supposed to be the watchdog for the public, the watchdog for the citizens, the watchdog for society. You may be only a journalist, does anybody pay us to do investigation? Meanwhile, comfort is a you know, are there to investigate. Or see, he is of the view that spending $36 million here, me know me and Lucigo. Mary Wetika, Yakanya, Obiatica, Minu Musika. Or see, spending $36 million on the power plant is expensive and demands a probe in the spirit of accountability. President Anad on Tuesday, April 16, 2024, commissioned the first phase of Kumasi Thermal Plant 1, KITPP, also known as Ameri, at Angmasu in Ofoikrom municipality. Where President Mahama so catch is a CNSM before and 1 megawatt Bianca. It is 36 million cities for what? 0 megawatt will be bedem. Obi Ametrech as I say will be bedem. Because will be under negligence, a rest ipsalekoto. Because if there is, this is a matter that speaks for itself. So $36 million cannot go up in flames like that. Ghana yenye for the Christmas. Yen chichetika. Yen to me for 36 million and cheche. Under the guise of signing a power purchasing agreement, I said Mahama, we have not been able to generate 1 megawatt unless Mahama the no kind of boy. So President Mahama so boy, there was a parliamentary committee on energy must explain. Why? So megawatt be the how much or how many megawatts on the Bekan? Because I think it is imagined that the cost of relocating the power plant until even it appears that this is just the cost of relocating Ghana. You didn't question the cost of just relocating. And even the cost of the power plant itself. The cost of the power plant from Tema, it's just $36 million. The amount has sparked controversy in the media and opposition, raising questions about accountability. For me, it's not even about raising questions from media to opposition. Opposition can they all need to explain to us. Yeah, because say $66 million it's absolutely barbarous. Where baloney, same way and transfer you can't control and same way $36 million, they have 1 megawatt and count. Into either Mahama is lying or Ekufuado didn't drop. Somebody must be speaking the truth to Ghanaians. Simple and here. Somebody must be telling the truth to Ghanaians. And a power purchasing agreement, you know. Not $36 million I come by a call back to DUMSOR. Into Napo, between this week and the end of the week, Napo must explain. NPP as a party, they must explain to us. Megawatts over here. And he first saying, energy minister no honum, which is Napo, he must explain. Obia honum, NDC Abang, whoever will become the new minister designated for energy must explain to us. Why are we going back to DUMSOR and where is the money? Why are we going back to DUMSOR and where is the money? Hey, yeah, NDC MPP, what kind of country is that? You're using the generation that is coming after us. Yenwi oman no de ebe ye ho. Yenwi oman no dache de ebe oman ne be ye se be ye se nye. We don't care. We just don't care. Ne abobo figures na kase no bi akoda. $36 million just for relocation of the power plant. Now President Kufuor no ye power plant no e ka he no boy. President Kufuor no ye power plant no. E ka he na President Kufuor any power plant for President Kufuor ye West Africa gas pipeline project. No guys, look. Ye dia go politics mo but maybe one we shouldn't be joking with it. The future of this nation is at stake. Omo atonton ice block or traffic light Jowulu, airport 37 Accra Central. Omo nyina they are all waiting. Their future depends on Kaniano. Right to the smallest person. What ana omo toni nyina ni nyina omo de aka ho. Now they also won your own fine juma. What kind of country is that? What kind of country is that? What I say? Transition beautifully. Even it's even beautiful. The kind of transition that Ghana the swearing ceremony of His Excellency President Mahama, BBC, CNN, everybody all over the world, they are all praising Ghana. And I will have to commend Bawumia. The extra mile of Bawumia in bowing to President Mahama, showing him that utmost respect. Actually, we are competitors in this election. You beat me fair and squarely, and you have beaten me resoundly in this election. And to show that utmost respect to Bawumia, although previously Bawumia Fred Mahama incompetent, the kind of respect that Bawumia the Mahama in bowing to me, also NDC for being the bow will show you, expose you. We must applaud Bawumia. We must applaud Bawumia, clap for Bawumia. Showmanship. This is respect. Obianye say be under for the public any panel lose. No, I should have a koto. Bawumia didn't have to bow. Not be below be any Ghana had my say Bawumia koto. There is no law. I say Bawumia koto. But he showed Mahama that respect. You want boy worship me. About where you want winning with the only one there. You have whipped me and whipped me well. And kudos to you. And wakutu oh that Bawumia masa when he knows what's one be a respect. And look at President Mahama in his speech, resounding speech. You see that's why I say and social media these Mahama Bawumia Nanado they are all teaching you say you want to be and you want the and they have shown you say in terms of politics, you may not like the Nanado. He didn't live up to expectation yet. But in terms of the politics in there, Nanado Bawumia and what Bawumia did show that or the Nibiana another level. And therefore the public way, who said Rollins about, and now who said Kufu about, and now who said Nanado about to a Mahama or Luzu, no. But Bawumia took it to another level, respect. He took it to another level, and that's why he deserves commendation. And Mahama also in his speech, look, I said you are acknowledging President Kufuor Sanana. Parliament, black, and as a young man or back Parliament, looking up to somebody like President Nanado, on in a contest, beating they are all leaving Parliament. About Kutimi Sakura, Nanado Tikwa, so Akokretipa. What I say? Mahama say a great, beautiful display of showmanship, sportsmanship, respect for each other, and none move food soldiers. They also that politics and to I have to a barrier in transition. NDC Bobia institutions so and a office. Who see can office, and that is increasing to the highest level. Yeah, when you don't do this because any NDC for the institutions. And then this is Ghana gas. And then this in Kwasi airport. And then this is Kwasi ministries. Oh, Biaska, what to my Mahama, one to a man and what to my one you. It doesn't matter because you're the better. Yeah, I see a crew near him near Manamo. Your job be a 11 near the coaching of mine. Your job be a get fun. Okotadi wa kramo la embusa so ya NDC ni ana o any betua we MPP ni one trauma na nadu Mahama nti anaba umi to the for sikako no ya beji so enkrasam ya democracy multi-party democracy way under 1992 constitution for how many years We must grow. I was seeing you any beer, Crassan Dawson. Yatua baby, young Kwa Africa. Yatua Bani, Yakotua, a toilet to buy a where I could increase something in the highest order. We should grow and learn from the masters of the game. Now, you can't pick your constitution. It is not for any reason. President Wall is 7 or more than more. President Wall is the consultative assembly for now. I'm going to show constitution where no matter how bad this constitution is, they knew what they were doing. To the copy America, dear Kaka, copy UK, dear Kaka. What who said? You're talking about America, you are Kestama, a winnie. And you're talking about America, yeah, Trump winnie, Obiaka to wash office, Mr. Pamobi. No, they will use the processes. Young quad, young class, you will never grow. Will be any break. A come to be anti party about power. No, a young class, we must grow out of it. Like I'm saying, no. Applause and former president in Mahama. He just didn't win. He won resoundly, convincingly, astronomically. Just a major winner. And Baomia, so kudos to him. Said not only did he concede early, but for him to give an extension of that concession, by going to President Mahama, bow to him, show him respect. Say, Nini, I don't know. Who did the attempt? Nini anono omo kwatena zongo akonum pito abom obeye party afrena na omo akonum pito abom na what social ubedi attempt to that na ka omu wi ade be ma wa coins 100 Ghana ayi so 1000 Ghana 2000 Ghana 20000 Ghana obi asa onini anono ba omi anya yi Mahama will be the first chief monarch na ayi Mahama anya yi ba omi will be the chief monarch. Energy. You are wasting your gun jumping. You are wasting time. And focus on the need. And I make a DUMSOR. Where is the money? These are the critical questions we must ask. Projects, you know, you see, hospital, you almost pray the Hong Kong Commission. The major issue is not even about it. Your real project, where the real project you know commission on one commission. What is the cost of the project? What is the cost of the project? Because when MMDC for your pam, DC for your pam, your pam DC for you. Prof, can you do one no aswama me na who enim clear? Your pam DC for you. And I make I announce anybody say all DCs no the appointments have been revoked. DC if we can revoke my appointment. By now you're DC, you should sack yourself. By now we are DC. There is no way you must sit there and wait for my MS letter say sack you. You should sack yourself. You're too bury by 31st. Sack yourself and go home. Oh, Gideon. Oh, assembly. Oh, I mean, and I said, who need now and I was saying, oh, go home. You should not wait till inauguration and at DC. I said, coffee and I now you Chelsea government appointees man now you Chelsea ba akoko you kept go to council I feel no go for IGP ya chimio IGP NDC boy say omo Jamaica IGP na ya pamono IGP dan pai na he's going home he's there dan pai ankasa he's there are numbered now go people at you over now there people who are in the police service almost so market time so almost there na abana the constitution says the president known appointing IDP. Yes, he has the power to appoint. It just say one Supreme Court. Mahama bet me appointed the account. The only ceiling or power appointed the account. Who to be near who take? What you can do is I'm converting or parliament. I'll bet me but police IDP on converting or parliament baby. Uncle Pem there. IDP damn pine and say Pamono. And to cover IGP said, oh, yeah, to a bubble himself and I lose or copy 8 years or bow me to me and Winnie. Mahama never, oh, it's now the car cocker goes up wedding. Abanka, Unica. Oh, sometimes I don't even understand the greed of a bimo. What I have 8 years? What did you 8 years? 2 weeks start and 1 chicken on a building. Now, all of the car cocker goes up after IGP, and this boys need chasing you. Hey, many IGP are a free line so for come on, female block of Milan, so I make my privity. Come on for there. Hey, who can fry IGP down Paris? Or no, all of said, and the NDC for extending him, Naika Cramano. But IGP Rangas or NDC sacking him. Who need more would DH market times on Beba? Or more would be IGP nature almost person on IGP. You are going with the person who appointed you. Kofi opa at most Kufo time between Kufo any President Mills. Now our deputy IGP, the friend Mrs. Mills Robinson. Everybody on mobile no man ambassadorial position. Yeah, damn pipe on corporate ambassadorial position and empire Iraq being found. And this mopa, you're a damn pipe, woman Iraq, and a woman in Syria. On Syria. I keep it down by Syria. What the time the police in India? Okay, Obama Israel. How Israel? Na Palestine way. Opa America don't ya. This is what Muslim market for America ambassador unya. Ya mo America na $1 don't be Obakwa Azerbaijan. Obakwa Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan. I keep it only conform the letter come Kofi Boachia. IGP na kasa kwa go IGP. Sack yourself. You understand this is sack yourself. But there's no way you should wait for the announcement. All the MMDCs have been sacked. Now we have a news. Why should even this be news? In advanced democracy, America need Britain. No, yeah, sending notice to come over here. Even Canada Prime Minister Nakasa Justin Trudeau or no also resign. Or no or resign. Africa they agree they are to toilet to cry about now so go see that time. Ebiani can offer today. Wow, who said dollar is in wow, who said management of the economy in Koye. Everybody in the country is complaining. In fact, I saw this video of Pentecost, a chairman. Oh no, I can't say people for it. Yes, I'm going to a move. I'm sorry, and I'm attacking. I saw for one, and I saw for one. Because they told them they didn't listen. Now the program was to cry. How many times you can you can't go for the atom. Support as a send a message, no moody atom. Also, Mukaye, Munko, Omontie. Nina, they didn't listen. Now, if you don't listen, okay, who can work opposition? I'll be blaming. And I saw for Organ and Casa, and I saw for the BB cost organ. They talk, but nobody listens. Move also just a crime. Pennyphone, Casana will say, you matem. Yana conform make you reference to Reverend Marty. Reverend Marty Organ and all the things he was saying. Now, I said, in a time, say, and answer for and people insulted him. I paid the another story and Reverend Marty with him. Time and how many people supported him? How many people supported? We got babies with teeth who insulted him openly while he's even talking. That's on the only right to freedom of speech. Ghana all right to freedom of speech. I know the answer. In fact, I'm ready to know a cast by foot to be a mekasa. Obi one more time also casa croyare. That's why I had on casa. On casa ma. One only was 32. No, what the other one knew. Was saying what the other good numana. Your job is to speak for yourself and your own interests. And Ghana here, yo. No citizen is above the other. We are all equal before the law. We are all equal before the law. One of the things here we are going to see in the next couple of days is that Nyama be MP before your NDC will overwrite it. They will override it. On we write, Mr. America Krebi Koso, Trump say Joe Biden assign a drilling and then or studying in the first day he sworn it. New law, who support new law? You go change that.
Yes, on an up by so no. And yes, our leaders hang on Benson I war. Mimi say na me ni ho. But the AN say yes sir, yes strategy. So big now sorry them another call radio no cassette here open near fees and the right thing. Into I can say bet on Nasu. 11 adin na ne wo mu den and no my kind na no e bi o man fan papa ye hu de ye hu enti sana ye de ye ne o mo nante ye and asana ye ne we nu so be nante
and no be say na mo kan ya man fan papa
oh ti say bi anka 11 no we thought at that time say bi ananka enya de e be hia because Ghanaians can dodge it obetimi a dodge it so o ka say bi a on command ma miska 100 and now beginning Levia or Betchamumi and Norman 50-50. Yeah, canning now, but Sabrina is a man who they are.
And Apostle cannot see a kind of they advise them. More beer medisophobia, temsophobia, and they'll casa. Oh, casa, oh, mammy, or papa, who Nino singing at Yase. Oh, Peso Bicasama, who you talk. I'm not responsible for the lack of development. Who could you about people who gave power to one person? that person is the one that you have to hold them responsible. Asopo ni ro bia o constitution mo. Asopo ni ro bia o constitution mo. And then I thought asopo na not talking. Oh, one say omo na make kata ma. Who your tax be mass of obi Ghana? Who your tax e mass of obi Ghana? They don't owe you talking. Mama, I mean, no, Papa, you owe yourself talking. You owe your promoting the right to account. Now also Kokasana houses of Wobina, America crack Trump to about our system. And Mahama canon. Starting with the appointment of ministers. We had this in our day or Mahama before minister forgetting gone foul. Since the case closed. When you are bored, who is your minister? How is it for me very disappointed? Come back to Momosu. Prof me boss who says, yeah. More imagine Yamosan and this yaba. You have a post unya 60 ministers simplicity on Fabi count Ubenya got a board now Benya starting market time fashion with him some got a KVIP company board chairman nonsense. Okay, a post bill already there could 860 penna Mahama for Biabi on Pacoji DC pay DC a government appointee assembly unya 60 ministers now they have MPs and DC Constitution is a fan for majority from parliament. And to a kaka woman, Missy Mama, I appointment you uncle for the mama. We shall score you, we shall put pepper in your own man about Pacoda. Okay, say, Obe Jacodi. Board now, Ubenya, Mrs. Stati, KVIP board, Nabeji. Ashama toilet board, Nabeji. Bratana come to one side, 2 board, Nabeji. Oh, God, did possibly was 60 minutes. That's so, Unya. No, Nana don't have 100 and something. Is a Abemore. And baby, no munya man you. Can of rat your money now? Go say then. Can of rat our dead money now? Open pen, quite just walk on one sign. Open pen, just walk on the rat on one sign. Your honor, prophet, you quabla de over at a catcher say. Now, do our Tiaconia to see, and this Nana do opposition. I hope he listens. I won't say free such as the Wayadi, a Babana Basu any day. But all the other sectors, and another one of man who pressure when deliver. 1B, 1F. There was no need to bear 1G. Or it's a 1 region, 1 factory. 16 per and another also deliver. Where agenda 111, yeah, agenda 16 hospitals, 16 mental teaching hospitals. Who they are there? Gagan try. South Africa public debt. Can of must start accounting. Our fear of government accounting. Dear Eugene, a president, Eugene, MP, Subi MP Kayano. More my cover can over more me account. Matter, yen you agro. Can over the entire 5 interchanges na Shantawe, 1 year 1. Sikaro de coin, come and account. Who opposition, but will bring you back to account. Yen pense uno. Our parliament here, Kofi also got what's not so you ambassador at large. Now what time? Brabant County. Why you didn't do the 15 interchanges in Ashanti region? But when you scabble, can it be Gumoa? Come and account. Oh, yeah. Miss Americano. And this young people be a very disappointment. Oh, and be a very disappointed. And everybody should gear up. Go prison there. Investigation. Do you have America $36 million? Ghana for Nebetria. You bet you could see an council on so. Send on your calculations. Ghana debt your child. Obia de katu e de do bi se me de mendeka oboa wo ka se tax out ya de akohe wo kota de o akra mo Malcolm ni atiama wo de wo kota de o Malcolm next time I check receipt no so bro nye mo amko restaurant akese wo cantonment Kumasi ni ade check receipt no so wo ka de Ghana kan ye se nyina de ka o se me kan o kan o supo wo ni no se no ye nyina ye kan o me so mini me se cross asase pra ne ka kan obi aka ho ye betua ya jo gas fund levy, NHIS levy, tourism levy, ni nyina ya jo Ghana iska no. Se si ebetua mo. Se Mahama so be 11 of o yifri wa. E wo se e de tax she baabi ni ekotua. Ya wo se e de she baabi bu bra de be she baabi am ye nyina ya tua.